I'm very interested in surrender from a non-dual perspective. And I read a beautiful poem that talks about surrender as something that not that it happens to you, but it happens through you. Then I was thinking about it. Because when we say to you, it's pointing to the character. But when we say through you, it feels not, it feels there is some duality still in there. Maybe perhaps in you or out of you. I was thinking the same way when she talked about peace, or if we talk about love, that could be the same thing. It's happening to you, through you, or in you, or out of you. What's your perspective, Magdi, please?
So from the perspective of surrender, it's easy to surrender something which we don't value. But that which we value above all, or which we value significantly, we don't want to surrender. And in ignorance, what we value above all is our person, our tribe, our identity, our identification. Could be simple or complex. Our stories, our images, our belief systems. We fight and we argue. We are violent in defending our belief systems. So we don't surrender our mind. In ignorance, we don't surrender our mind. So when we're invited to surrender our mind, our belongings, our attachments, our beliefs, we're invited to surrender ourself. So, because that mean our ending as a separate self, our annihilation in a way, we will not surrender it. We will dance around it. We will engage in all sorts of arguments. We will surrender, some of the less significant troops, but we will hold on to our army. Now, there is a glimpse that may shine into our belief structure, our mind, that reveals to us that, oh, all this stuff we're holding on to may not be really so significant, may not fulfill us, may not reveal the happiness that we seek, the peace that we seek, or whatever it is that we seek may not. So that glimpse is like an arrow that hits the target. It strikes into ignorance and creates some doubt about what the mind cherishes, what we cherish. And so ignorance starts to bleed. And its stubbornness and its self-induced trickery starts to weaken. It becomes more and more insecure of its own positions and its own beliefs. And so at some point there is sort of a shift in the balance where ignorance is quite significant, and over time, as it's bleeding, it starts to slip more and more rapidly out of its stronghold and strong positions and opinions, become more and more unsure, more and more not knowing about life, our beliefs about the self, our understandings. We may have studied the Upanishads and studied Advaita Vedanta and studied the Indian scriptures and the Bhagavad Gita and much more. But a glimpse goes beyond all our knowledge, our mind knowledge, even our spiritual knowledge. So we find ourselves with less and less of a choice. We're more and more choicelessly letting go, choicelessly allowing, choicelessly being and letting be. And that's very beautiful because when there is that sort of significant change in our relationship with our mind and with the world and with the body, there is a response from the universe. There's a feedback loop which tells us, you're in the right direction. We become more and more peaceful, more and more happy, easier flow, more harmony in our life. And this feedback gives us more confidence in continuing on the path of effortless and choiceless letting go, allowing, being. It doesn't matter so much from my perspective how we word it, and is allowing being done by you, to you, through you. What matters is to understand sooner or later, sooner is better than later, of course, there is only one you. It's only one reality, one self, one consciousness. And this one consciousness is one and only reality. There's no other reality. It's nominal reality. And the phenomenal aspect is nothing else but the creative aspect, the Shakti aspect of Shiva, of the formless. The form arises out of the formless, and its essence and its reality is formless. So this understanding about the you, about I, about the self as one reality sort of answers the question about the allowing question, because this one reality, the self, that which is beyond allowing and not allowing. It is allowing and not allowing is still at the level of mind in the dream level. And of course, we don't want to remain in the surgery room for too long. We hope the surgery will take 6-7 hours and then we're out of the surgery room. We don't want to stay in the surgery room. We don't want to remain in the realm of body mind being operated by the allowing surgeon. So yeah, there is at a certain point in our journey the pointer about allowing, accepting, forgiving, etc., letting go. All these are significant pointers and helpful pointers. But sooner or later you want to come to the understanding that is beyond all pointers. So allow as best you can. Don't worry about who or what or how it's allowing is happening until all is allowed by itself. And the whole allowing structure collapses in your understanding, in the peace of being.
Thank you so much, Magdi. That's beautiful.
Nice to see you, Eloisa.